Do you ever sit there watching Emmerdale and think, right, that's it, someone's about to snap? Well, that moment is here in the week ahead. Monday, the 28th of July to Friday 1st, August 2025. We've got 5 major spoilers coming that'll shake the village to its core. Anger, betrayal, mischances, and secrets that should have stayed buried. One punch lands in the wrong place. Another character gets bugged like it's MI5. And we've even got a stalker limping around after. A pitchfork injury. If you thought Emmerdale had cooled off this summer, it hasn't. Let's get into it. Spoiler 1. Moira's arrest and the pitchfork incident. We have to start with Moira, because this is properly chaotic. So, she's already tense with Kane about Joe Tate sniffing around their land, promising it to Kim, and acting like he owns the place again, and we know Moira doesn't back down when it comes to her family farm. She's rattled. She promises Kyle they're not losing their home. But then Kyle hears something in the barn, goes out there alone, and what does he find? 2 masked lads messing about. One of them is Dylan. Yes, that Dylan, back in the village and already caught in the middle of trouble. In the panic, Kyle lashes out with a pitchfork. Honestly, he actually stabs Dylan in the leg. You couldn't make it up. Moira charges in, shotgun blazing, and scares them off. Kane blames Joe immediately. But when Moira confronts him, fists clench and she ends up swinging. But instead of hitting Joe, she punches Lydia. Poor Lydia, caught right in the middle. Next thing we know, Moira's in cuffs, getting arrested in front of Kyle. And the bits! Kyle just stands there, watching his mom get taken away, knowing full well she was trying to protect him. Kane's then out here demanding Sam pick a side, family or Tate, which is awkward, considering Lydia's ear is probably still ringing. This whole thing's messy, and it's only going to drive a wedge through the Spoiler to Robert versus John. The spy plot thickens. This whole thing between Robert and John is getting weird now, and not in a bit of family tension way, but properly shady. You can feel it brewing. Robert's clearly wound up. And who can blame him? John's swanning around the village like some sort of hero, saving lives left and right, and everyone's falling over themselves to sing his praises. Chad is brushing off Robert's suspicions like he's just being petty or jealous, but let's be honest, Robert's instincts are usually bang on when something dodgy's going on. The thing is, Robert's not just annoyed, he's rattled. He can't shake the feeling that something about John doesn't sit right. He even tries to crack into John's phone when he thinks no one's looking, which tells you just how desperate he's getting. But while Robert's playing detective, John's already miles ahead. Instead of confronting him, he goes full spy mode and plants an actual listening device inside Keeper's cottage. That's not normal behavior, is it? That's full-blown surveillance territory. Now we've got John sitting there, headphones in, eavesdropping like he's working for MI5. And it's not just nosiness, he's actively trying to dig up dirt. You've got to wonder what he's expecting to find. Is he trying to expose something specific? Or is he just hoping Robert will say something incriminating? Either way, it's sneaky. It's calculated. And it's definitely going to backfire at some point. Because Robert might be unpredictable, but he's not stupid. If he finds out he's been bugged in his own home, he'll go ballistic. We've all seen how he reacts when someone betrays him, just ask Aaron. Or Rebecca. Or anyone who's ever crossed him. Really, this isn't just sibling rivalry anymore. It's starting to feel like a proper feud. And it's only going to get uglier from here. And then there's the bigger question. Why is John doing this? Is he hiding something himself? Or is he just obsessed with bringing Robert down? Either way, it's not looking good. He's gone from mysterious newcomer to full-on stalker in record time. And the worst part is, most of the village is still on his side, totally unaware of what he's really up to. Viewers will definitely have something to say about this. Some might think Robert's being paranoid. Others will be creeped out by how calculated John's become. But one thing's for sure, when this all blows up, it's going to drag in more than just the Sugden brothers. It's got all the makings of a proper Emmerdale fallout. Spoiler 3. Mackenzie misses his. Mack and Charity are such a complicated pair, aren't they? You'd think after everything they've been through, all the lies, heartbreak, and second chances. They'd be on the same page by now. But here we are again, and Mack's back in that familiar pattern of saying nothing until it's too late. Charity's stepping up in a massive way, offering to carry a baby for Sarah, which is no small thing. And Mack, he's pretending he's fine with it, but you can see it's eaten away at him. Instead of just saying how he feels, he hides behind work and lets Aaron do the emotional heavy lifting. By the time he drags himself to the hospital, it's already over. Procedure done. Celebrations underway. And while everyone else is full of hope, Mack's left on the sidelines, gutted he missed the chance to speak his truth. It's classic Mackenzie. And to be honest, Charity deserves more. She's been through the ringer herself, and she's putting her body on the line for her granddaughter's future. What she needs now is reassurance, honesty, not silence and sulking. Later on, when they finally have a quiet moment, Charity opens up in that raw, vulnerable way she does when the mask slips. She's scared, she's feeling overwhelmed, and for once, Mack actually listens instead of deflecting or cracking jokes. But that's the thing, listening is great. But if he's not going to be honest with her in return, then what's the point? You can feel the tension building, and unless one of them breaks the cycle, it's going to boil over. Viewers will definitely have thoughts on this one. Some will say Mack's trying not to upset things. Others will argue he's being a coward. Either way, it's not sustainable. We've seen before what happens when these two stop talking secrets, resentment, and eventually explosions. And with something as massive as surrogacy involved, this could end up wrecking more than just their relationship if they don't get honest fast. For Dylan's back. And Ray's watching Dylan turning up again was a bit of a shock, wasn't it? After everything with his addiction and vanishing act, you'd think he'd come back ready to face things, but nope. He's skulking in bushes and limping round with a stab wound. And it had to be April who spotted him, of all people, while she's visiting her mom's grave. The minute she sees him, her face softens. She still cares. You can see it. She believes he's clean and wants to help him. But it's not that simple. Turns out, he's not just dodging awkward chats, he's actively hiding from Ray. And if you've watched Ray for 5 minutes, you know that man is pure menace. What's worse is Dylan's clearly got nowhere to go. He's sleeping rough with a busted leg and trying to pretend everything's fine. He wants to see April properly, even plans a date. But as soon as Ray appears, he bolts. That says a lot, doesn't it? He's scared stiff. And poor April hasn't a clue any of this is going on. She just sees the boy she used to know. This isn't just a throwaway teen storyline. It's building up to something heavier. If Dylan doesn't get help soon, or if Ray keeps circling, things could take a nasty turn. Viewers will definitely have something to say about this. It's heartbreaking. But it could really kick off drama across the village. Spoiler 5, Lewis the Matchmaker, Ross and Steph's second chance. Last one. And it's a bit lighter. Maybe, Lewis Barton, the new tech whiz in the village, is building apps and getting involved in everyone's business, which is very on brand for Emmerdale. To be fair, he's taken a shine to Steph Milligan and her history with Ross Barton. And Steph, bless her, admits she still thinks about Ross and wonders what if. Well, Lewis hears that and decides it's time to play matchmaker. He gives Ross a pep talk, tells him to stop faffing around and actually go after what he wants. And Ross? He looks like he might actually listen. Problem is, Steph's reportedly leaving the village soon, even if it's just temporary. So the clock's ticking. If they don't sort things before she goes, that could be another door closed. And let's be honest, Ross hasn't exactly had the smoothest love life. Maybe it's time he got something right. So there you go. 5 major storylines, all tangled up in family feuds, secrets, and second chances. Moira is in cuffs, Robert's being spied on. Dylan's bleeding in the bushes, and Max missed another emotional moment. This is classic Emmerdale messy, emotional, and full of consequences. If you're as hooked as I am, make sure to hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for next week's spoiler talk. I'll be here breaking it all down with you. See you in the next one. Don't miss it.